Hello, people of YouTube. Cynical Bastard here. And when life gives you lemons, you say to life, "What the fuck, life? I'm dead broke, despondent, have no real good job prospects on the horizon, have a shitty apartment and no girlfriend and no car, and you hand me fucking lemons? What am I supposed to do with this? I thought you were my friend." And then very quickly you'll realize life isn't your friend and does you dirty and filthy and unlubricated in the prison shower in the corner while the guard stares the other way because he was paid off by someone with far more money than you, and your family sits at home weeping and crying and wondering why it's all come to this, and you sit there questioning life. What am I supposed to do? And then you remember you have those lemons. You pull them out, throw them in the eyes of your attackers, blind them, and run away. And that is the moral of the story, because sometimes life picks you up in the most peculiar and strange and unexpected types of ways. Where am I? Oh my goodness. So, yeah, it turns out I'm not dead from the Cinnamon Challenge. I know, disappointing. I get it. But try to get over it and try and listen to what I want to talk to you about today. Very annoying, obnoxious thing that bothers me every time I sit down to watch a sporting event, and that is showboating in sports. Showboating in sports, showboating at all is pretty stupid and really whack. There is something particularly humble and respectful of being... what I meant to say was there's something very respectful about being humble in both the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. There's great videos on YouTube that you can go look up called Showboating Gone Wrong. Showboating too early, when guys think they're a stone throw away from winning the contest, and they're, yeah, look at me, hype up, bro, I'm gonna win, and some dude laps them in the last second, and then they go, my showboating has gone terribly, terribly wrong. And really, when you think about it, showboating is so stupid because it's basically celebrating doing your job. Okay, the celebration that you get for doing your job is getting paid. Okay, forget a sporting event. Say a guy in the office was like, "Hey, Jeffrey, just file these TPS reports 1, 2, 3 in a row, bro. Check me out." And then Jeffrey would take a bite of his quinoa salad and say, "What are you doing, man? This is an office, and that's what you were supposed to do." The showboating is most rampant. It's in every sport for the most part. It is most rampant in football. Every single play, every single productive play that is made by a football player. Oh, I swatted the ball down. It's a sports game, not a Broadway show. Why don't you form a dance line with your bros and become the Rockettes, for Christ's sake? It's entirely obnoxious. I'll tell you one sport that it doesn't happen in very much, and this is why probably it's my favorite sport. There's more reasons that it is my favorite sport, but it never, ever happens in hockey. And I'll tell you what does happen. If there is one stunad in hockey that decides to showboat, he's going to get it in a very brutal way later in that game. Okay, somebody's going to check his showboating ass into the boards and maybe even punch him square in the face. And that's another reason I love hockey, because hockey is the only sport that you go to the penalty box for 5 minutes instead of to jail for fighting and punching a guy. That's just a good time. And, Charles Barkley would say, "I'm not your role model," but a lot of kids make role models out of these athletes, and they're already imitating them in high school. I'm pretty sure that's against the rules in high school, but there's videos all over YouTube of kids, making a shot and in your face, bro. You can't see me, and like, it's ridiculous. And then that sets them up to just. There's so many different things that you really should be thinking about to be productive in your sporting event, but these kids are already trying to figure out, how can I throw my touchdown dance like freaking Odell Beckham Jr., the biggest piece of garbage in all of football. This guy in Eagles, he played my hometown Eagles a year ago, and he scored. It might have been the tying touchdown. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, and it didn't even tie the game. But he scores a touchdown, and see if I can. I'm not even going to be able to imitate this holding the phone in my hand. But he scores a touchdown, crawls across the back of the end zone, and lifts his leg like a urinating dog. And later on explains that I'm a dog. They all think I'm a dog, so I was a dog. Who cares, man? You are stupid. Everyone thinks you're stupid. You look stupid. Okay? Stop setting a bad example for these kids. Stop. You're a professional athlete. It drives me absolutely insane. And a lot of my hometown teams are guilty of it too. But it's like the fact that a professional athlete spends any sort of second thinking about what coordinated end zone dance are we going to get down with when we score. Let's synchronize our high five after I hit a home run. My hometown Phillies are guilty of this in a big way right now, too. They do this thing where they go, when they get to the base after they've finished their hit, they look to the dugout and they go. If that was any other team in the world, even though it is my team, it drives me nuts. It's so stupid and goofy, and is so going to be prone to being mocked anytime we're losing to another team. That's exactly what I would wait on if it was another team coming my way. I knew they love to do the little wave to each other. I'd be waving the entire game at every one of them. Hey, victory, man. We're so good, right? Enough with the showboating. It's disgraceful. It's goofy. It's not that you want. They talk about NFL, no fun league, but like, that's not fun. I don't care if you're having fun. You look stupid. It's obnoxious. The athlete that every athlete should model themselves after is Chase Utley. That man, besides being a fantastic baseball player and a great defensive second baseman, every single time he had an accomplishment, hits a home run, hits a good hit, does this, does that, he puts his head down, he runs the bases, and gets right back in the dugout. That's a take your lunch pail to work, fucking hard-nosed, no-nonsense ball player, and that's exactly what everybody should model themselves after. That's what you should look at, kids. Go look up YouTube videos of Chase Utley, because Chase Utley, you are the man!